Governor Mike DeWine signed a controversial bill expanding the state's Stand Your Ground law. It means Ohioans no longer have to retreat before using deadly force.
And people can use deadly force anywhere they're legally allowed to be. News 5's Jessi Schultz joins us live. And Jessi, you found that there are some strong opinions both in favor and against this expansion.
Yeah, some say this is a good thing, that we have a right to protect ourselves anywhere we are. But others say this will turn our state into the Wild West and be dangerous for people of color. A quick signature with big implications. Monday, Governor Mike DeWine approved an expansion of the state's Stand Your Ground law. It removes the requirement you have to retreat before you can use deadly force in self-defense. Before, the retreat clause was only waived if you were at your home or in your car. Something Rob Sexton with the Buckeye Firearms Association says needed to change.
If you're at a bank, if you're at a restaurant, if you're in a parking lot, in any of those circumstances, the law says that you, the victim, must consider avenues to escape before you're allowed to defend yourself.
Now, you can use a firearm for self-defense anywhere you're legally allowed to be.
And let's face it, we're talking about precious seconds that could actually cost you your life.
But Danielle SYDNOR with the Cleveland NAACP worries this will not make Ohio safer for minorities.
When individuals have the right to say, oh, I was in fear for my life and I had no other choice but to use deadly force, people go to that as their first course of action.
Aisha Bell Hardaway with Case Western Reserve says this allows people to pull the trigger based on their subjective level of fear. She says that's when bias could come into play.
The research shows that white on black shootings were found to be justified in states with stand your ground laws. I think is a dangerous game that we're playing here with people's lives.
But Sexton argues people still need to prove they were in a life and death situation before deadly force is used.
It's just not realistic to say that people are going to be flippant with that responsibility, because you're going to have to answer for it one way or the other. And I think it would be helpful for anyone, regardless of their color, to have that ability to defend themselves.
But SYDNOR says the only thing Stand Your Ground laws do is force people to stand divided.
If we want Ohio to be welcoming, if we want to move our economy forward, we have to have a place that people can feel safe. And in a state where you can shoot first and ask questions later, nobody should feel safe.
Ohio will become the 36th state to no longer require people to retreat before using deadly force. This law will take effect in 90 days. Reporting live in Cleveland tonight, Jessi Schultz, News 5.